name is Dominique, and today my presentation will be on how PCBs are killing killer whales. So first, what are PCBs? PCBs, also known as polychlorinated biphenyls, are man-made industrial products or chemicals. Due to their non-flammability and chemical stability, they were widely used in many industrial applications, including fluid transformers, capacitors, hydraulic transformers, plasticizers, and paints, dyes, plastics, and rubber products. They were widely used in the late 1920s, and it's estimated that about 1 million tons were produced. In the 1960s, there were growing concerns of PCB use due to their potential harmful risks that affected the environment as well as human health. PCBs were banned in the US in the late 1970s, but are still present globally in products and byproducts of manufacturing processes. So, how are PCBs affecting orcas? Poor regulation, illegal dumping, and burning from incinerators during manufacturing processes cause these chemicals to enter oceans. These toxins are biomagnified in the marine ecosystem and are damaging to apex predators like killer whales, also known as orcas. And the chemical nature of PCBs make them lipid-soluble and accumulate in the lipid deposits of organisms, or for marine mammals like orcas in their blubber. Alright, so this figure shows how PCBs enter the oceans through illegal dumping in landfills, transformers near waterways, and air pollution from manufacturing processes that's transported by wind and rain. And at the bottom, it shows bioaccumulation and biomagnification in the ocean, and how orcas with a mixed marine mammal diet have higher PCB contamination due to the high amounts of eating contaminated blubber, compared to orcas that only have a fish-eating diet. All right, so this picture shows a blubber biopsy study, and it showed the correlation between affected orca populations around the world and industrialized countries with PCB usage. So countries like the US, France, UK, Germany, and Japan all threaten current populations. So long-term effects on populations. So studies have shown PCB contamination causes low immunity, reproductive failure, and hormonal imbalance. Biopsies of both marine mammal diet and fish-eating diet populations in Iceland were studied, comparing levels of PCB contamination shown in the figures below. So in figures B and C on the right, compares both populations. The fish feeders were all below the risk threshold of contamination, but mixed marine mammal diets are way over the risk threshold, with males especially being over 200%. And figure A shows the total populations, where males in general are at a higher risk than females. And research speculates that females have lower contamination compared to males because they offload the PCB contamination to calves during fetal development and lactation due to its high fat content. So, hope for the future. Currently, orca populations are threatened by many pressures alongside PCBs, such as acoustic disturbances from naval ships, lethal interactions with fisheries, climate change, and prey availability. And one study of a population near the Gulf of Mexico has gone down from 277 in 1991 to 1994, down to 28 in 2009. So this shows that populations are definitely dwindling at a rapid rate. And in 2001, there was an international treaty signed called the Stockholm Convention on Persistent Organic Pollutants that aimed to eliminate and restrict the production of organic pollutants, but it's estimated that about 80% of PCB stocks are yet to be destroyed, and many countries will not achieve the phasing out of the substances by the targeted years of 2025 and 2028 that were agreed initially under the treaty. And so the research in this PowerPoint is conducted to raise awareness for PCB pollution and to ensure safe disposal and enforce conservation efforts, and raise awareness for population decline in orcas. All right, thank you. And this is my works cited.